I thought that was him. My bad. All right, we're gonna make this a little brief. We're a little late. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Waiting on Mike to pop in, but I think he's tied up. Belkey's Fantasy Football League. It's your man's Tony D, aka the Random Multi Broadcast, and look who shows up. He finally made it. What's going on, Mike? We are joined by Fireman Richard, the Morning Coffee, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, 0600 a.m. on Rumble Studio. Rich, how you doing, sir?
I am doing fine, Tony, and good morning, Michael.
Good morning. How are you?
We're also joined by Michael Bathurst. Follow him at hashtag ShoutMGB. Mike, what's going on? How you doing?
Good. I'm looking after my daughter's dogs as well as my own. So
I knew you were doing something. I knew you were doing something.
It had to be something. Yeah, we're figuring what the hell's going
on. I knew it had to be something. Gentlemen, any recaps from last week? And Rich, go ahead and run the record, please, if you don't mind, sir.
Okay, I got it in the queue there. I don't know if you want to bring that up or.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it
out. But after last week, week 9, we could see that CBS went from the bottom to the top. Yeah, they went 14-1, man. They tied your record, Tony, there and stuff. That's all. The odd thing about CBS, that's all the favorites.
Yes.
There's one favorite that did not. So that was an anomaly that doesn't normally happen. And then Captain Rehab, he came in with some good picks. And then I ended up really knocking it out in the second half. The 4 o'clock games that got me up there to third. And then Tony and Ted and Brian. Michael, you went down a little lower than you normally do.
Wow.
Yeah. For just a week. But overall, you're still up there, though. You know, the overall, as we slide to the overall standings after 138 games, Tony's still first.
Michael's look at that by 6.
Yeah, and the CBS is moving up. Last week really put them up as far as that goes. Ted Hicks, I switched places with Ted. He dropped a little bit there on the overall. And
we're better than CBS?
Yes, you are. Yes,
and I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to shoot for. But last week, I couldn't believe it. I was like, "Holy crap, dude! He's just raking the table here." But that's Pete Presco over there on CBS Sports I follow. I read his column. He's pretty interesting read on the CBS Sports page there.
Gotcha. Go ahead, Mike.
Geno Smith leads the league with passing yards.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
25-60.
He's right up there. He's top.
Yeah. Do you know who's second? If you had to guess, this is a weird one. One of my favorite players. That'll give you a clue.
From Tampa Bay there.
You're right. Baker Mayfield.
23-89. I saw that stat, Michael. I said, Michael's happy. He's going to be happy with that stat.
Third place, 23-79. Not far off. We're talking not far off. Lamar Jackson. But don't forget, Lamar Jackson runs for as much as he throws.
I'm surprised he's third because of how much him and Derrick Henry are running. That's my point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah, because they don't rely on the passing game as much. He has more touchdowns this year than he did last year already.
Lamar Jackson, I believe that,
yeah. For the complete year of last year, and that was his MVP year. Coming in fourth is Kirk Cousins at 23-28.
Josh Allen isn't up there.
The saddest man in the world right now, Joe Burrow, 22-44.
Oh, yeah.
How the hell can that guy not win more games?
Oh, man, that was a good game this past Thursday, too, Mike. I watched it. I'm like,
They kind of roughed him up. They roughed him up bad. They hit him from behind, and he was flinching. And so the next one I would not be able to guess.
So I think it's Sam Darnold.
It is C.J. Stroud at 21-39.
That makes sense.
And then I would say Rich's favorite player from New York,
Josh Allen,
is Aaron Rodgers at 21-07. Do you like how I did that?
Yeah.
Am I glitching or is it just me?
What's that?
You're doing all right. Oh, you're good.
Okay, I heard a little glitch.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, you're good. So we've got Brock Purdy at 2101.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is really shocking. You ready? Trevor Lawrence at 2004. So he's
Really?
2, 4, 6.
So that would say the
Even
troubles
with the
on.
record.
Yeah, even with the record, but that would say that's more the team issue than the quarterback as far as that goes. If he's
He
up
has a great arm.
yeah,
He
no
does.
doubt.
He throws like bullet. Do you have any points you want to bring up, Tony?
No, I want you to go ahead and recap. I'm trying to share this out while you all are doing that, if you don't mind.
Did you see my post this morning on TikTok?
Rich, didn't I tell you don't pay attention to the notification? I actually liked it and reposted it. Mike, you didn't get the alert.
And I don't look at TikTok. I did
you
did see your TikTok from a couple of days ago because I can't get it on the phone unless I get the app. I will not download the app, but I did see.
You're afraid. You're afraid.
I'm not afraid. I just don't care for it. I'm not afraid of anything on the web there. It just I don't care for it, and if it's an American entity, I'm all on board. So.
Why do you keep starting him up? You know how he feels about TikTok. He was saying this is last year. You do it every time, and he laughs at you, Rich, every time you respond.
Yeah, I know. He got me. He got me. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm the sucker. I'm the sucker.
Jim Harbaugh. Okay.
Go.
So in 2010, the San Francisco had a record of 6-10. Okay, 6 wins, 10 losses. When he took over the team in 2011, they went to 13-3. Okay. So then when he went to Michigan in 2015, their record the year before was 5-7. They had won 5, lost 7. When he came in, they went to 10-3. Okay. Now this is wild. The record of the Chargers last year for the whole year was 5-12. Their record so far in 2024 is 5-3.
Wow.
So in 8 games, they've accomplished what they did in 12. They got 5 wins.
Right.
So he is a factor. I think you could take him anywhere. You know. So Tony, what do you want to do?
Let me go ahead and recap real fast.
Yeah.
Christian McCaffrey's coming back today. I've got hesitations about that. I did see that. Dak Prescott is on IR. Sasha, what's good, bro? Appreciate you coming through. Airtime Unrest Fantasy Football League member. Appreciate you for coming through there, bro. I think Jalen Hurts is hurt as well. I'm actually trying to see if that's going to pop up on the screen at all.
Really?
DK Metcalf is questionable right now. Who else? I'll be having my eyes on the screen while we do this. I'm going to run through these pretty quick so we can make sure we get off before Click comes on. But gentlemen, I appreciate the both of you being here. Let's go ahead and get this ball rolling. Do it like I'm supposed to. Ladies and gentlemen, the league is set at NFL.com. So it's the NFL.com Fantasy Football League. We're going to take the start 'em and sit 'em recommendations for 6 of the primary positions in fantasy football. We are going to start it off with the quarterbacks. Start 'em. Jaden Daniels.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Steelers, no brainer.
Yeah,
absolutely.
No brainer at all. No brainer at all.
Yeah, that should be a good game. That's one of the key games. Games I'm going to key in on that game because I think that's it's going to be a very good game.
He's in the MVP race too, guys.
That's true. I heard about that, Michael. Yes.
Yeah. He should be. The Steelers are not to be slept on, though. Let's be clear.
No.
This is going to be a tough game. The Steelers are not to be slept on. Just don't play like they won't beat you or they won't stop you, because they do and they will. And Russell Wilson's working out with them. Lord have mercy. Brock Purdy, the 49ers, start him against the Bucks. No brainer. Good Lord. Christian McCaffrey's coming back. Brandon Ayuk is still down last that I saw. I think Christian McCaffrey is going to be an asset, but I think he will be more of a passing in the back, short pass. I don't think they're going to put him out there too much coming off of that tendon issue, if you will. Gentlemen, your thoughts?
I think it's risky. I think his injury is far worse than we know. And it's kind of reminds me of the Tula thing where, he may come back and have I don't know if he's ever going to come back and be what he was. That's how severe this
And he's
injury.
been here before. I agree with you, but he's been here before. He said 10 and 10s more than once. Sanch, I see you down there. Steelers have only given up one pass touchdown a game. Facts, but Bucks passing Bucks passing defense is hurting. Those are facts as
And
well.
that could be a factor when you start seeing that stat, because that was necessary. That was Baltimore's nemesis in Thursday night game. They have, I think, one of the worst pass defenses. So if the Bucks are right there close to, if they have a bad passing, that just means San Francisco's will be able to take advantage of that.
What a crazy year, though, guys.
Yeah,
If you think about it, with their record, how bad it is this year, we would have never guessed that.
I never thought the Bucks. I didn't think the Bucks were going to be this good. They're actually impressing me. I'm not even going to lie.
Yeah.
It's because of Baker Mayfield. I think he's taken the lead on that. He's really helped that team.
Yeah, he's ready to take a team on his shoulders and his work. And Sam Darnold of the Vikings against Jaguars, no brainer, no brainer at all.
No brainer.
Mike, you good with that?
He's been exceptionally good this year. Not as good as they were hoping, but he has been solid. He's only had one loss, hasn't he?
I'm not sure. Tina, I see you. Thank you, lady.
Good morning, Tina. Good morning. We see you.
They got two, don't they?
Minnesota. I think they have one. You might be right, though. You might be right.
Either way, they're winning like crazy, and I'm happy.
I'll look it up for you. Keep going.
Not a problem. Drake May of the Patriots against the Bears. Start him. Drake's doing good.
Yeah,
he's doing good. He's doing good.
People are shocked at how elusive he is. He is one of the. I think he's number one rated for getting out of trouble. Number one.
If he's number one, that means him and Jaden Daniels are going to be head to head. Cam, what's good? Panther looking good today. Yeah, I picked the Panthers over the Giants this week. I did.
Same here.
Go ahead, Mike. My apologies.
That's okay. Drake is number one at getting out of trouble. He's not number one at getting extra yardage.
Right.
So, like, he's constantly with that line. He is constantly in trouble, but he's so elusive.
So he's good on the scramble. He's good on the scramble.
The only thing he has to work on is his footing. He has a little bit of a problem with his footing, with his passing, but his passing even has been. He doesn't look stressed. He doesn't look out of place. He looks like he should be a mid-tier quarterback.
Jonesy is in the house. What's good, bro? I appreciate you coming through. Bears defense got something to prove coming off last week's beatdown. That's a fact. Sorry, Mike, man. I'm just engaged with everybody.
I want you to. That's exactly why we're here. We're here for them.
Yeah, Dan Jones is done. He's gonna be done soon. Sorry, Sasha. I ain't gonna lie. Let me keep it rolling. I apologize for cutting you off. Just trying to keep the time frame. But Drake's doing good, man. I'm surprised. I didn't expect this. And I think, Mike, you were the one that told me a couple of weeks ago, keep my eyes on him.
Well, it has been the best QB class that I can ever remember.
I think you're right. Right.
And that's encouraging for New England. So if they can be able to build around him and stuff, they might be next couple season potential.
Gotcha. Jared Goff against the Texans.
Sadie's here.
This is Sadie. This is a no-brainer to me. Jared Goff, you got to start him. You got to play him against the Texans. The Texans are actually going through a couple of things, in my opinion, but they're still 6-3. They're still 6-3, dude. They are.
Yeah, no, I know, but they're in trouble, and nobody can beat right now Detroit. I don't even know if, honestly, the Chiefs. I don't know if the Chiefs could beat the Lions right now. That's how good the Lions are. It would be probably their best test. And then after that, Buffalo is pretty good too.
Do they have a game coming up? The Chiefs and the Lions.
Yeah.
Somebody check the schedule for me, please.
That'll be fun.
Check the schedule for me. Matthew Stafford of the Rams. Start him against Dolphins. No brainer to me. Now, Rams look like they got everybody back. The Dolphins don't. That's it for me.
Here is a factor maybe you guys don't know. They have the best defense of rookies. Like, they're all the stats.
Now that's a hell of a stat right there. I like that. I appreciate that. Keep going, please.
Yeah, two of the rookies from this year that they got have the highest rating of new rookies in that. So and they're doing great. You know how last year they had Puka Nacua just out of the blue. Nobody thought. They didn't expect them to be so defensively good. Matthew Stafford, though, has been rumored to be maybe going elsewhere.
They need to keep him. Rich.
What were you looking for? Kansas City playing who?
Were they playing the Lions anytime this season?
The Lions. No, the biggest game they have left coming up here, they got the Bills on the 17th.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. After that, you got their last 3 games: Texans, Steelers, and Broncos. So they're not playing Detroit.
Gotcha. Okay. Sasha, the Texans, I don't know about them sliding. The Commanders, I don't know about them sliding. Arizona, they normally do, but if we just got to watch the injury reports. Now, I will say Dallas is probably about to slide. Even though Dak is down, they're going to start Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush's record is good. I don't know if it'll be enough to get them through the playoffs. They might make it to the playoffs, but I'm also going to watch to see if Trey Lance is going to get out there. I kind of forgot about him being in the back, and he's still new to the league. He's also got a lot of injuries. He's been in a few seasons. They got to get him out there to get some money, get their money's worth out of him. Sit him. Patrick Mahomes of the Chiefs, sit him against the Broncos.
He had 24 points last week, and they were talking about sitting him back then. He's expected to get 16, which is the average and stuff like that. They're going against Denver. This is the divisional. I think Patrick Mahomes, I think he's going to be good for at least a minimum of 2, if not 3 touchdowns in that.
I'm going to throw this at you, Rich. Hang on, Mike. I'm going to throw this at you. Patrick Mahomes is hurt. Y'all know that, right?
Yeah.
He was limping.
He's hobbling around, no different. I don't think it's a major. But I think it's just. I think he's going to be able to perform and stuff.
Sasha, I want to say Lance needs to get out there, and Cooper Rush needs to back him up because Lance needs to get on the field. I agree. Patrick Mahomes is limping on the field. I think he's playing through injury. Matter of fact, when I saw that Dak Prescott was playing through injury, I didn't realize that or think about it. So the both of them are doing that, as well as Jalen Hurts.
Gotcha.
But this is probably going to be a points issue as far as quarterbacks getting points this week, more than we should sit him because he's not healthy. Go ahead, Mike. My apologies.
I think Rich is right. I think Patrick plays better hurt. He does. He seems to be more effective when he's up against. Don't you remember in most of the playoff games he had when he had one leg? He was running. He was like, it doesn't stop him. There is a rumor though that
his injury is his ankle, and he's had that throughout. So
his career, yes,
but he has a 99% chance of playing. So he's going to be in that game. And like Michael said, we've seen him perform far worse, especially in the Super Bowl.
Now, here's what's crazy. Every time he's hurt, who's he throw the ball to? Kelsey.
True. Yeah. That's it.
Or they're in trouble, or they're down.
Yes, those are the Kelsey.
In pressure. Yeah, I agree. Totally agree with that.
CJ Stroud against the Lions, I would not, but I think he's hurt as well.
Yeah, and that might be because of Detroit's defense.
He's banged up.
Yeah. He's banged up. Yeah, I saw it last week. I wouldn't sit him, but I get it. I really do. Tua Tagovailoa, sit him against the Rams.
No way.
I'm not going to argue that. He don't need to be out there. No damn way. He don't need to be out there. Not this season. No more.
Yeah.
I'm against him being on the field because.
Oh, I totally agree with that.
Yeah. So there's nothing personal against him. I'm actually looking out for his health.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's expected to get 16 points, just like projected, just like Mahomes. So he'll probably be doing good. But I think LA will win that game.
You know what's crazy? The offensive line will protect him when he gets on the field.
I think I took Miami in this one. I think Miami might take it, and I love
them. They could, because last week they did play
they were close. Lot better
than what I thought.
They were close. They were really close, and he played well enough to win. He did.
I am crazy enough to not want him on there, but they make me look wrong every time they protect him. Big ups to that franchise.
True.
Yeah.
They are protecting him so he doesn't get hit. Because
it's very quick release. Oh, Bo Nix, I like him.
There you go, Mike. That's your man. Take it.
Well, they got annihilated last week. You know that, right? The Ravens killed them. But he still looked very professional considering they only got 10 points. And the Ravens are really hard to beat. And let's be honest, nobody expected Denver to do this well at all.
I didn't. You told me. That's why I let you have it.
Yeah, against the Kansas City though, they got their hands full. But you know, he still might get a few points. I might say sit him if you have somebody better. Go ahead.
What you got, Rich?
He's projected points 15. He's been doing pretty good in the games. It could be a shootout, but I think he might. I wouldn't sit him. I think he's gonna make his points as far as he's been getting. last week against Baltimore, he got 17. So I think he's good for 16 to 20 points.
Yeah, he's good for it. But Kansas City has a
I
record.
was so shocked at how high scoring the last game was between them and the Buccaneers. That was odd.
Yeah,
how high it went.
Kansas City is known for stopping running backs from getting more than 50 yards. That was a stat that was up there last week.
Yeah.
This may be another reason why they got it up there outside of secondary, may be able to stop him.
They have to win this game.
Yeah, the Broncos are in trouble, honestly. The Caleb Williams of the Bears against the Patriots, I wouldn't sit him. And as I'm reading this narrative when they're talking about it.
But it's a must win. What do you think, Tony? They have, Caleb has to win.
Both teams got to win.
Well, New England, I'm sorry.
New England's 2-7. It ain't over to the 9th loss. That's every team. It is not over until the 9th loss.
Oh, I like that.
I really big up to Caleb Williams for what he's doing this season. If he keeps a winning record, I'm gonna give him his credit. I don't think anybody else will. But the Patriots, this is a must-win for them. Look at their record; they're 2-7. No brainer. Ladies and gentlemen, quarterback recommendations, Week 10 of the 2024 season, of course, NFL.com. Thank you, gentlemen, for the input. We are now getting ready to go to running backs, and I appreciate everybody who have been coming through.
Isn't there a game on right now?
Yes.
Germany?
Rich, what you got? What you got, Rich?
Score, unless Cam can beat me to it, as far as that goes. It looks like 10-0. There are 5 minutes left in the second quarter, I guess, from what it's saying here. Let me
appreciate you. Let's go ahead and run through these running backs real quick. Start them and sit them. Running back recommendations. DeAndre Swift of the Bears against the Patriots. I have no debate against that.
Oh, he's phenomenal.
At all.
He's top 5. Top 5.
30 seconds left in the game. They're going to halftime. The Panthers are ahead 10-0.
30 seconds left in the first half, not the game.
First half. I'm sorry. Yeah, first half.
Mike, you just said something. What did you just say? He's top 5 running back right now in NFL?
Yeah, top 5.
Really?
Yeah, he's so good, man. He's so good.
Yeah, he's good. Like I said, he gets the ball, he'll be fine. Rich, you got anything on this?
It's been a great year for running backs. I can't remember them being able to run the ball the way they have this year. It's been phenomenal.
Gotcha. Rich, you got anything on this?
No, I would start him. He's good running back. Like I said, the running backs have been doing a lot better than the tight ends this season so far. So this guy's going to get some points.
Gotcha. Appreciate it, Sasha. Tony Pollard. Start him against the Chargers. No brainer from me. No.
Yeah, I agree.
Zero. Nada. Ain't even nothing to talk about. Start him. Play him.
But Los Angeles is really stingy with points. You know that, right?
That's fine. But Tony Pollard is a beast. That dude was running back.
He is a beast.
Coming out the backfield, catching pitches, everything. Punt returns, all of that. Run him. Ramondre Stevenson, one of the New England Patriots saviors, in my opinion, against the Bears. You have to start him.
He's fun to watch.
You have to start him, mainly because they didn't have much optimism behind them. And he's saving that franchise, in my opinion. He's saving them the same way. What's my man's name that was a tight end for the Cowboys when they were losing? Oh, my goodness. What's his name? One of y'all. What was his name?
What are you talking about? Sorry.
The tight end for the Cowboys when they were losing. He was the one dude that was always moving the ball for them more than anything. I forgot his name. Oh,
Ferguson?
No, before Ferguson, before Schultz, before.
He's not the first line tight end, though. I don't think.
Jason Witten. Excuse me. That's what
Witten. No, that's going back a ways.
Ramondre Stevenson is to the Patriots what Jason Witten was to the Cowboys, in my opinion.
That's a long time ago, bro.
Yeah.
It's only been about 5-6 years. Chase Brown of the Bengals. Yo.
Oh, he ended up getting 13.4 points for that game. So
that man was running that ball. This was a Thursday night game, was it not?
Yes, it was a Thursday night.
Love Chase Brown. He's so fun.
He was a beast. Big ups to him. Oh, you talking about I ain't go that far back. Not Novacek. I appreciate it.
I remember Novacek. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was after Novacek. He was the one that came in after them. He was saving them. Ladies and gentlemen, Chase Brown, start him.
Love him. He's one of my favorite backs to watch.
That's my man, Najee Harris. Go up against the Commanders. I'm going to start him.
I think this is his best year yet.
It looks like it to me as well. Because a couple weeks ago, he was running that ball like crazy. Yeah, he was doing real good.
You were looking like you were smoking the peace pipe before when you were backing him up, but he looks good this year, bud.
I saw it coming. Mind you, let's be honest. There are players that I have drafted in fantasy through my previous years that are doing good right now. And I mean, like first-round draft picks.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold, Geno Smith, Najee Harris.
Yeah.
Who else? And I'm just being straight up. These are my previous number one picks.
Yeah.
And right now they're doing good. I wish I could have put them all together this season. It would have been phenomenal. You have to start him against the Commanders. Now, this would be a tough game to me because the Steelers look like they're gelling with Russell Wilson, and the Commanders are on on all cylinders right now. This should be a pretty good, tough game today in my recommendation. Tyrone Tracy Jr. I do not know anything about this guy.
I would probably start. What's that, Michael?
He's been excellent last couple of weeks. Really good.
Right now in the game that's going on, he's got 8 carries for 40 yards. So
Yeah,
whatever
he's
that
good.
amounts to points, he's projected to get 10 points. Last week he ended up he got 6 against Washington, but he lit it up on Pittsburgh the week prior to that with 21. So he gets the ball. But right now, from what little I watched before us coming on here, the Giants aren't running the ball very good against Carolina. Carolina's running the ball, but the Giants aren't.
That tells me Chuba Hubbard must be getting some numbers. I don't know this guy. I just read the narrative on him. Okay, I'm gonna have to put him on the watch list.
I like him.
I hear you, Mike. I hear you. I'm gonna have to put him on my watch list. Sit-ems. Bucky Irving and Rashad White of the Buccaneers versus the 49ers.
I would Bucky Irving, but I wouldn't Rashad myself.
I wouldn't sit Rashad White either. The Bucs continue to eat off each other's plate. Okay, so they're splitting down, so they're not gonna get a whole lot of points. I get that.
Okay, they're looking. I'm reading the thing. 49ers have the 5th fewest rushing yards back to the backs this season. Yeah. So that could be a factor right there.
They're splitting the ball between the two. That's where they're coming from. Even though I wouldn't do that.
It looks like San Francisco's able to contain the run to the point.
I that's iffy to me. Tank Bigsby of the Jaguars. I don't even know who you are.
He's phenomenal.
Is he really?
He's really good. I like
him. Talk to me. I want to hear this.
I think he has great ability. He just is not on the right scope. You know how some players would do better elsewhere? I think he'd do better elsewhere. But he's a great player. I think he will be good in the future as long as he stays healthy. I do have a question for you guys.
Go.
There's one team that went to the Super Bowl 4 times. 4 times in their franchise history, but never won. Think about it.
The Buffalo Bills.
Nope, not 4 times.
They did go 4 times.
Well, there's another team then that's got the same thing. 4 Super Bowl appearances, 0 wins.
The Browns.
I have no idea. I'm Googling it right now.
The Vikings.
Really? Oh, the Vikings. Yeah. That's with Fran Tarkenton. That's during the Fran Tarkenton era.
I thought he got one.
No.
Really?
No.
The only team to ever have an undefeated season. This one's pretty easy.
Oh, the Patriots. The Patriots.
Nope.
No, the only team with an undefeated season was the Miami Dolphins.
Oh, Dolphins.
Yes.
The Patriots had an undefeated season and didn't win the Super Bowl. That's what that was.
Do you think there's a chance that the no, you don't
this
think
season?
Yeah, Kansas City might.
Yeah, there's a chance. Yeah.
Did you hear that there was real negotiations in the last month of trying to get Tyreek Hill back?
I saw that. I'm just waiting to see if it's going to happen. I saw that.
Okay.
I saw that. Yeah, this Tank Bigsby guy, yeah, we're going to put him on the watch list.
I like him. I think he's good fantasy football.
Javonte Williams. I'm not sitting him.
No.
He saved me a couple times this season. Now,
did he? Yeah.
Denver.
I'll tell you this. Remember what I just said. Kansas City defense has stopped running backs from getting more than 50 yards, and some of the top running backs in the NFL. We showed it up here a couple weeks ago. That dude saved my roster one season. I mean, a couple games ago.
Oh, that's good.
Sasha, I don't know if that was your league or not. It might have been this league that I'm in with here. He saved my season a couple times. Him and Chuba Hubbard have shown out this season, and I kind of took a risk on picking both of them during the drafts. I can't sit him. He's one of my faves right now. But what they said about the Chiefs, they stopping these running backs. Yeah. So I understand it, but I just can't do it. Raheem Mostert of the Dolphins. This is probably because the Rams defense is going to stop him. Didn't we just talk about that defense? Yeah. We just talked about this defense.
Yeah.
I love this guy when he's healthy.
Now, let me throw this out there. Y'all do know when the 49ers went to the Super Bowl, not this most recent one, about a few years ago?
Yeah.
He was on that team.
Yes, he was. Yeah.
Oh, was he? Okay.
He was on that team.
Yes, he was.
I
He
think
was
he could
younger
run through
too.
this I think he could run through this Rams defense. You all might want to watch this game and somebody bring it back to me as to whether or not he does anything or not. If you broadcast, if you comment on it, tag me because
He's
I need to
still
see him again.
fast. He's
Yes,
still
he is
really
still fast.
Yeah.
And he hasn't had an injury in a minute that I know of. Somebody check that as well. Well,
Tony,
actually, I take that back. It says right in the beginning, since returning from an injury in week 5. Go ahead, Mike. What you got?
what is the only team that doesn't retire jersey numbers?
I don't know that. I don't.
Oh, really? I thought they all did.
Yeah, there's only one team that doesn't do it.
I'm not even going to act like I know who.
The Raiders.
They don't?
They don't.
What kind of nonsense is that?
I know. I thought that was a weird stat.
Hell yeah. Jonathan Brooks of the Carolina Panthers against the Giants. It's probably because he ain't getting the ball.
He's not. He's 0 across the board, so he's not getting the ball. Yeah, I would sit him as far as he's not. I don't see anything on his.
He had an ACL tear in college. Okay.
Right.
So he needs to get healthy first. He's secondary behind he's third behind Chuba Hubbard. And
I don't know much about him.
Yeah,
sorry.
He's not out. He's not going to be on the field. Ladies and gentlemen, running back recommendations, week 10, 2024 season close, NFL.com. We ran through that pretty quick. I appreciate you, gentlemen.
Rich, I have a question for Rich.
Go for Rich. Go for it.
Rich, which team close to you, that's a hint, close to you, has the longest active playoff drought?
Oh, the Buffalo Bills, of course.
No.
Or is he going to stick me with the Jets again?
It is the Jets. It is the Jets.
It is the Jets.
What was the question? The
longest active playoff drought.
Oh, playoff. The Jets. Yeah. Okay, playoffs. Yes. Okay. Yeah,
it was the Jets. Stardom. Brian Thomas Jr., the Jaguars against the Vikings. They brought him up attention-wise a couple weeks ago, and I meant to keep a watch list on him as well. He's top 15 fantasy points in 4 of the past 6 contests, clearing 21 points in 3 of them. That's good. So, yeah, keep your eyes on him. And if you just told us that Trevor Lawrence is getting yards, that might be the minute he's giving the ball.
He might be the reason why this kid.
Yeah, he might be the reason why. So, yeah, I think I would keep him on the watch list. George Pickens.
He's good for fantasy. You got to remember, fantasy is a different world.
Yes, it is. George Pickens of the Steelers. Start him against the Commanders. No brainer. No brainer. He is.
Oh, I like him. I like him.
Yes.
Yeah. I think he's crazy talented.
I've seen a couple of those catches. You might want to put him on your roster. And if you don't have him, save him for your radar for the next season. He is good. He is good. Rich, you good?
I'm good. Yeah, there's the starters there. I don't have any questions with the starters right now.
Oh, we're doing great. Keep rolling.
Gotcha. Josh Downs of the Colts. Start him against the Bills. The Colts have quarterback issues.
Josh Downs is amazing this year.
He is. I remember his name, but they got quarterbacking issues. So is he working good under who's up there? Flacco?
Yeah, him and Flacco are best buds. I would keep him. Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's a great connection. That's
pretty going up against the Bills. That means all hands on deck. I got no debate. Khalil Shakir, Mike, this your man right here.
When he's healthy, he's phenomenal. He's a really smart player too. And Fireman Rich is okay about talking about him because he loves.
Oh yeah. He's projected. All these stardoms, they're anywhere between 8 and 9 points on the projections, but they could vary with the quarterback as far as getting them. That this guy's going to probably end up getting a couple touchdowns today.
Keon Coleman is still hurt, right, with the wrist injury.
I think so. When I saw a replay where he was,
so he'll get more touches. And Amari Cooper is still hurt.
Amari Cooper still hurt. Yeah, so Khalil Shakir got to be started. I saw that clip when Keon Coleman was squaring up on somebody in the field. I love that spirit. I ain't mad at him one bit.
Coleman is out for today with the wrist.
Gotcha. I appreciate that. Darnell Mooney of the Falcons against the Saints. Yes.
I like him.
Listen,
I like him.
Big ups to the Atlanta Falcons. I told everybody they want to have a good season. They are proving me correct. I think them boys ain't messing around.
Mooney is dangerous. He is one of those dangerous players.
Season. The Falcons are not messing around this season. Yeah. Big ups to the Atlanta Falcons. They are not playing. I'm not mad at them. I've been a critic. I got to give them their props. I've got to give them their props.
Go ahead, say that.
Hi, Tony.
Hey!
I didn't like that.
She's awesome, dude. I can't lie. She is so awesome. Calvin Ridley, the Titans. Listen, Tennessee Titans, y'all got to give this man the ball. Stop playing. You all have got to give this man the ball. Stop playing. And Calvin Ridley, if you're doing something wrong the way they ain't giving you the ball, stop it. I remember your ass on. I know, Steve. This is a fact.
You're breaking
Sorry,
up a little bit, buddy.
I got to jump over this one. Okay. Calvin Ridley needs to get the ball. And Calvin, if they're not giving you the ball for whatever reason it is, stop acting up. It makes no damn sense that you don't even have 1,000 yards this season already. I remember you on the Falcons. This don't make no damn sense. You might be the next wide receiver traded before the season's over or after the season because he was a beast. Gentlemen, I'm not going to lie to y'all. He was a beast in Atlanta.
He sure was. I agree with that.
Beast. This don't make no damn sense. He's supposed to be having 20 points a game.
He might be hurt. He might be hurt.
Well, he had a camp initial a couple seasons ago. He got traded down there to Jacksonville. Now he's back with Tennessee. They need to make this work. I don't mean to cut y'all off, but I just can't take it no damn more. Against the Chargers, yes, start them. And Tennessee needs to win because the Chargers, they beat them Tennessee U out of it this season. I said it. Sit them. Marvin Harris.
I would not sit this guy, given the matchup and stuff like that, and the way the.
See how we said this one is tough despite great expectations. The number 4 overall pick has averaged just 5.5 targets per game over the last 6 weeks. Go ahead, Rich.
He had a bad week against Chicago last week, only 1.4, but this is going against the Jets, which I think Chicago plays a little bit better than Jets. And I'm not in favor of the. I think the Jets they're just one game away from having a total blowout, and this might be the game here because Atlanta with Kirk Cousins, he's going to be looking at this guy.
Marvin, though, has been a huge bust. He was supposed to be the best player this year on the field.
He had an issue preseason. I do remember that.
Well, he's a bit of an egomaniac. That's part of it. Yeah.
Okay. Keep going.
The other problem with him too is he was making big money before he was even a pro. So
this is just something to do. This is just something to do.
Like Khalib, or Caleb, as you call him. This individual, for some reason, is not assimilating well in his first season. It's only his first season. I'm not saying he's not going to be a great rock star in the future.
I agree.
He's just not there yet.
I agree. Now, let me say this. The Cardinals can stop the Jets. The Jets could lose this game. I'm trying to see how they could win it. I don't.
No.
Honestly, because Cardinals have a type of defense people don't really see and don't understand on most games. I do see it. They can stop the Jets. I don't know if Marvin Harrison is going to get those numbers, which is why they're sitting him. But the Cardinals can win this game pretty easy. I think I picked the Cardinals on that game, Rich. I'm not sure, but this
I think I did too. But Kyle Murray is inconsistent at times, so this might also be part of the problem. It may not be a perfect matchup between receiver and quarterback.
Hell of a point. Thank you for that. Hell of a point.
Yeah.
Hell of a point, honestly, and that is the truth. Marvin Harrison is not his dad.
Everybody picked Arizona except Ted. Ted has New Jersey or the Jets.
New York. Marvin Harrison ain't his dad, but he's a good player. There was a lot of high expectations, like it says in the narrative. This is true. We just got to see if it's going to work. Jalen Waddle of the Dolphins against the Rams. That's because of the quarterback issue. I understand this already, gentlemen.
He's having a rough season, Jalen. I don't know why, but
I just told you.
He's not.
You want the truth? I just told you. It's because of the quarterback. They don't have a quarterback giving him the ball enough.
Well, they do now.
He comes back this game. Jalen Waddle should get his numbers.
They have it. Waddle is a volatile flex as far as fantasy football.
I'm not convinced about him this year. There's cracks in the foundation. I hope he has a good game though.
Him and Tua has something gelling, but it's not working without Tua.
Oh no, the last couple games, Tua has not gone to this kid. He's gone.
That's damn.
Yeah,
he hasn't been on the field. Good morning, Untamed Music. Thank you for coming through. So you had Jamar Chase, Mark Andrews, and Chase Brown on Thursday.
That's phenomenal. You did great. That is phenomenal. If you pick those three, you did very well.
Let me be honest with you, Untamed Music. Whatever you got to do to win. If you already got your numbers, get the rest of them. because once you win the game, now you're going for the highest points of the week in your league. That's my recommendation. I appreciate you coming through, man. Tua is starting to find Waddle over Hill.
Oh,
Now that he's
yeah.
Tua was finding Waddle before. Tua's injury
That's
is
his main
messing up
target.
Waddle's numbers.
That's one of his main targets.
Yeah, Tua's injury is messing up Waddle's numbers. And in all honesty, yeah, you like how I said that before, though, right? Yeah, start everybody. Once you win the game, you want to have the highest points in the league. To help with that. And against the Rams defense, yeah, I get this. I can't debate it. I can't debate it. Cortland Sutton, he's not getting the ball enough. I keep saying that. And look at who they up against. Come on, man. What am I going to say in favor of this? I got no debate. Either one of you.
Why? Why do you have no debate here? Explain.
Bo Nix, you said he had a bad game, correct?
No, he got lambasted by the Ravens. The
That means he
Ravens
had a bad
absolutely
game.
whooped his ass.
Yeah, that means he got a bad game. Now they're going up against Chiefs, one of the best team in the NFL.
Yeah, so we may
With
have
a
the
rookie
same
quarterback.
outcome. We might have the same outcome.
Exactly,
again.
with a rookie quarterback. Rich, any argument with this one?
No.
Rich said, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Deontay Johnson, yes, they just traded him to the Ravens from the Carolina Panthers going up against the Bengals. I didn't see this game.
Well, it was a shootout between the Ravens and Bengals. Johnson wasn't able to get in on the action. Lamar Jackson targeted him 2 times on the night, and he was only able to bring 1 for 6 yards, so he didn't get any points.
He didn't get any numbers. I hate that the Carolina Panthers traded him. This is another part of that damn implosion that the Panthers.
I'll tell you though, that was one of the most entertaining games I've seen this year. You should see the highlights at least, Tony. It's phenomenal.
I want to talk about it once we finish because I don't remember much. I need to get my memory fresh. Nothing against y'all, but that trade surprised me, and all they did was give Deontay Johnson a better chance of getting a Super Bowl ring than where he was at. In all honesty,
are they saying sit Xavier Worthy here? Is this what they're saying here?
That's exactly what they're saying.
Yeah, that's
well, you know why? There's too many other targets now. That's the problem.
That's all it is. But he's getting the ball in the end zone. He's getting a touchdown every game.
Yeah, he didn't last game. He
got one last game, didn't he?
Nope.
No, he went negative 1 point against Tampa
Bay. He had a horrible outing.
Yeah.
Horrible. You're thinking the game before, buddy.
The game before, thank you. He had been seeing more volume prior to DeAndre Hopkins. Okay. Yeah. DeAndre Hopkins today. Yeah, I got you.
There's a bro romance going on between Patrick Mahomes and D-Hop.
Because D-Hop is the truth.
Yeah.
Him and...
You seen his hands? His hands are freakishly big.
No, I haven't. But him and D-Hop and Deshaun Watson were the tandem down there in Texas, and they split that up. And that pissed everybody off because they was about to go. They were going to be on a roll. But are they better now? Yes. Should they have been just as good with those two down there? Absolutely. Because they were on a roll. Xavier Worthy is on the team with more than one receiver, a lot of star players. That's the only detriment. Nothing against his playing ability. Ladies and gentlemen, those are your wide receiver recommendations. Week 10, 2024 season. Of course, NFL.com. We are now going to the tight end position.
My favorite, by the way. There we go. And don't take that the wrong way, fireman.
Pause.
No.
Okay.
Stardoms. Cade Otton of the Bucks. Absolutely. Matter of fact, I'm in favor of this highly because
he's been on fire. On fire.
Yeah, no Godwin, no Evans.
He's huge. He's huge.
He's been there for a minute. I'm glad he's getting his shine. He should get a contract extension after this season.
He looks like he's having fun too, buddy. You know when you can tell when people are just so happy to be playing?
Mike, that team looks like they're having fun in its entirety. I'm not going to lie.
Well, he's getting more targets because they've got no wide receivers.
They got wide receivers that don't have their stars. Now, the Bucks are looking like they're gelling, and I got to give them their credit. Nobody thought they'd be as good
doing well with what they have, but
yes, they didn't think they were going to be as good.
Mike Evans.
They are there to get it. Absolutely. Against the 49ers, all hands on deck on this game from both teams, honestly, ladies and gentlemen. All hands on deck. Rich, you good over there?
Yep, we're good.
Gotcha. Evan Ingram.
He's inconsistent, but he's good. But he's
10 targets, 11 fantasy points in 3 of his 4 games since returning from a hamstring. Okay, so he's still producing. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Big ups to Evan Ingram because he's one of the older tight ends in the league, in my opinion, and he's still
really okay.
Evan Ingram been around for a minute.
Yeah.
He's been around for a minute.
Here's another massive target.
He's a massive
Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews, absolutely.
And he ended up He got 12.8 points for the game.
He looked good. He looked good in that game. He
so
really
he looked healthy to you. He looked healthy.
Oh yeah.
He looked like himself again.
So
He
I'll
really
put it
did.
this way:
Thank God.
if he's back to being himself with the addition that they have, their asses will be in the Super Bowl. I'm telling y'all right
He
now.
looked relieved. You know how you look relieved when things are working out again? He looked that way. So I'm happy. I still think this is the most heartbreaking loss. The Cincinnati Bengals. They have no luck this year.
Dude, Baltimore. You know what? Baltimore did come back on them in that Thursday night game. It should have broke their heart because they was up 21-7 before halftime, I believe.
Yeah, it's one of those games. They in the first half they're thinking they're going to win this game, and then just Lamar Jackson, boom, boom, boom. You get 2 touchdowns, you're back in the game, and they ended up getting it done in the fourth.
Absolutely. We got TJ Hawkinson of the Vikings against the Jaguars. No brainer. If you don't have this tight end on your roster this season, target him for next season.
Yeah.
Target
He
him.
used to be with Detroit. You know that, eh?
Yes, I do. He was good up there. He was good up there.
Imagine if Detroit had kept him. Oh my God.
Cuz, what's good, man? I appreciate you coming through. How you doing? He had an ACL tear last summer.
Yeah.
That messed him up. But he's a beast.
He's slowly coming back.
Yes, he is. Dalton Kincaid of the Bills against the Colts. Absolutely.
I love him.
Yep. Good tight end. Good solid tight end.
Yeah.
You good, Dejan. Hit me up anytime, man. Message me, whatever. You already know.
He's going to get more targets too because there's injuries.
Yep.
They're going to rely on him.
And it's about time because he's ready for it. I ain't gonna lie. No brainer against the Colts.
I hope he's ready for it.
Hunter Henry, listen.
I like him.
Yep, he's another good tight end.
He's a good tight end, and we're just waiting for
a lot of heart.
He's got a lot of attention. We just wait on his breakout game because he was okay. I think he was down there in Vegas. No, it wasn't Vegas. Where was he at? He was somewhere before New England. I forgot. I'm thinking Hunter Renfrow with Vegas. Hunter Henry, he's you want him on your squad.
Right,
points, you want him on your squad because he's liable to get out there now. If you missed out on Henry, the Bengals, Mike Gesicki, he showed out in a couple of games.
He was amazing.
Yeah, and he's been around for a minute too, and he's still big ups to him.
Yeah,
big ups to him. Sit him, Sandler.
He's not been playing well.
Averaging 3.3 targets a game. He had his best game with Jameson Williams suspended, but even that felt a little manufactured. He had a 27% target rate.
Yeah, he's flat this year
because they're spreading the ball out amongst everybody.
I think.
Well, and I think with this this team, Detroit, he's being used more as a blocker too. The game.
Yeah, I would agree.
He does have some key blocks and stuff like that. So
they have so many targets on that team.
My God has told me the Texans defense got a little bit of issues. I'm going to disagree with this based on that. So I want to see how this game goes.
Yeah,
I like this guy at tight end. Pause. I like this guy at tight end. Pause. I like this guy at tight end. Pause. Cole Kemet was all right with me. I had him last season. I saw his numbers. Every now and then he'll get a game.
He's been playing kind of average this year, though, bud.
He's not getting the ball as much, so he can't get the field, but he's on the field.
But I do like him. I agree.
Yes, he is on the field. Rich, you good?
Yes.
Gotcha. Making sure. Pat Fryermuth, here we go with this guy again. He doesn't get a lot of points, but he's always on it. You never know when he's.
We have to say, even like with the last guy, that they're not getting any points, but all these tight ends. They're key on the players blocking on the running game and stuff.
Yes.
Because I think Michael said it was the last week or last couple of weeks. There's a lot of, or even what did we make mention? There's a lot more rushing going on this year than
before. You're right, and they're such an integral part of making sure they make those laneways for them, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the season, tight ends had their shine last season and the season before. Everything was on the tight end, so they had their shine.
So I think points are a little scarce. They're not as prevalent as, say, a receiver, quarterback, and stuff like that.
Gotcha. Against the Commanders, you got to have them on the field. Trust me. If you're a Steelers fan, you have to have. And Steelers fans know I'm not lying. You have to have him out there on the field, especially against the Commanders. Dalton Schultz of the Texans, no brainer. He got to be out there against the Lions. No brainer. No brainer. I'm not even going to delay that. Zach Ertz, another one of the older tight ends.
They're all good. These are all good tight ends.
These are all good recommendations. And he's going up against the Steelers. The Commanders are going to need him.
They're going to have a rough time.
That's going to be a tough
game. Pittsburgh is so stingy, and they're so stacked this year.
Thank you. very stingy with points. Very stingy.
They're hard to the best teams have rough times with the Steelers. They really do.
Ladies and gentlemen, tight end recommendations, Week 10, 2024 season course, NFL.com. We are now going to the kickers. We're almost done. I appreciate the both of y'all. We're going to have time left.
We're cruising. We're doing good. Kickers are, I just got to say, the kickers, they've been pivotal, or they've been
pivotal.
Yeah.
I like it. I like the way it sounds.
As far as this year again, like last year, as far as, the kickers aren't that good. So, I mean, there's been a number of games this season so far, is probably more so than last year. The kickers right down to the end on some of these games that are crucial.
They are. And like I said, they're getting their shine the same way the tight ends did. Start them. Austin Seaver of the Commanders. Chris Boswell of Steelers. Young Hope of the Falcons.
First three, right? No doubt.
None.
None.
The Saints have allowed the 5th most fantasy points to kickers. Yeah, but start all 3 of them with no problem. Kaimi Fairbairn and Blake Grupehead of one is the Texans, one's of the Saints.
I don't know him.
Is he the Lions.
Is he good?
Who? Fairbairn?
Yeah, I don't know him.
Fairbairn's good, and he's on a team that's getting downfield with no problem. Blake Grupehead of the Saints.
I don't know.
Tomorrow we'll get the ball downfield.
Tony, you know more about kickers than I do. I only know about maybe 5 kickers. That's it.
You know what the kicker is, Mike? This is what you do. Any team that's going to get to the other side of the 50, you want that kicker.
Yeah.
If they move the ball downfield, that's how you run it. That's my recommendation.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Points is one thing, but if you can get down there and get to the field goal, that's all they need. All they need you to do is get to the other side of 50, and most teams are doing that. The Falcons have allowed most fantasy points per game to kickers. Really? I didn't know that. Cheapers. Jake Elliott of the Eagles, Chase McLaughlin, Jake Bates, Cameron.
Jake Bates, there's my guy.
Evan McPherson. Start them all. Holy smokes. Start
them all. Sit
them. They say sit Will Lutz. They say sit Matt Gay. They say sit Cam Little.
Well, Matt Gay had a really bad outing this last game.
But you know why they're saying it, right? Because they couldn't get down the field.
No, because he kept missing.
Oh, now we're getting somewhere. So Matt Gay was missing.
He was missing. I saw him badly. Like, he had some bad luck where where you hear the bing, and it bounces the wrong way, not inside.
That's the bad part.
Yeah.
And look at their competition too. Look at who they're playing. They don't expect their team to get downfield versus the opposition. The Vikings have allowed the 2nd fewest fantasy points per game to kickers. Greg Zuerlein, he's on IR. I got him on my roster. Joshua Carty, Joey Sly, and Nick Folk. Sit all of them. I would not sit Carty because he's going up against the Dolphins. But let me see how the Dolphins. Well, you know what? This might be because it's going to be a low-scoring game. The Dolphins' defense is still good, isn't they? Aren't they? I think they are. Bears defense, yes. Chargers, they're 5-3. Mike, you didn't think the Chargers were going to have a good season. Remember that?
I was worried because they don't. Here's the thing, and people have made jokes this year. Okay,
go.
The analyst said the worst defensive core in the league last year was definitely the Chargers. Mm-hmm. One of the best cores now this year in the top 5 is the Chargers.
And I think I remember.
What the hell is the difference?
I didn't think they were going to be that bad. I remember telling you that. I didn't think they were going to be that bad this season. They've proven me right.
No, they did great.
Yeah.
They took a bunch of people that couldn't work together and found a way. So it goes to show you sometimes coaching is far more important than you think.
Oh, that's true, Michael. And they've been talking about the commentators. They're keying in on that coaching, especially on the fourth quarter and stuff. And it's also the coaching has affected some games. And one primarily that they were talking a lot about was the Jets in the beginning of the season.
Eddie Pinero of the Panthers, sit him against the Giants. I wouldn't.
Currently, he's got 1 field goal, two extra points, and the score right now in the game in Germany, it's in the 3rd quarter with 3.5 minutes left. Giants are losing 17-7.
Oh, they're trying to catch up already. Ladies and gentlemen, those are your kicker recommendations. Week 10, 2024 season course, NFL.com. We are going down to the defensive last category. Last category. I want to thank each and every last 25 sets of eyes watching this broadcast. Thank you all.
Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Yeah.
Start the Vikings defense. Absolutely. Against the Jaguars? Not a question. Start the Chargers defense against the Titans. Absolutely.
Yes.
No question. Gentlemen, any debate at all? Any
No.
debate?
No.
Gotcha. The Bears defense. Start them against the Patriots? No debate. None. Oh, now we're going to start the Patriots defense against the Bears. Really? Really?
Either or. They're going to probably get. How do they get points on the defense in fantasy football again, Tony?
Tackles, interceptions.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's going to be this. Would that be an indication of a really good defensive game on both parts? And
sacks, you get points on sacks.
Yes,
Yeah.
all of that. All of that. Any type of play that they can stop, prevent, or even intercept gives them points, and also special teams gives them points.
Gotcha.
Eagles.
No.
Safeties, you get points for safeties too.
You get points for safeties. Only just still the starters, yeah. Start the Eagles defense against the Cowboys.
Yes.
Absolutely, because Dak Prescott is out. CeeDee Lamb stats. Yeah.
You know what? I just want to bring up. This has nothing to do with defense, but what do you guys think of
Take your time.
The running back there, who did the jump backwards there last week.
Phenomenal.
Oh my God! Yes.
Yeah, got to mention that. that was.
I'll tell you, New York's really happy they got rid of him.
That is going to be an annual recap. That will be an annual recap. That was bananas. No Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb hurting. Yes, you start the Eagles defense. Sit them. I would not sit the Houston Texans defense against them.
I don't know. Yeah, I would. But then again, it's
Detroit's offense is on the tear right now. Highly efficient, one outstanding. The Lions have scored over 30 real life points in 4 straight games. They're kicking ass. Sit the Broncos defense against the Chiefs. We just talked about this.
Yeah, probably because from what Kansas City,
buddy?
Yes, I am. Sorry.
Kansas City's a little banged up, so maybe that might be to Denver's defense advantage and stuff like that as far as
Gotcha. Sit the Bucks defense against the 49ers. I wouldn't.
No.
I wouldn't. I just wouldn't. Tampa Bay's defense had a stretch where it looked like it could be used in streaming matchups. That hasn't been the case of late. The Buccaneers defense has scored 5 fantasy points or fewer in 4 or 5 games. Sasha just said that earlier. Sasha, I appreciate you for that. Todd Bowles' group struggled against the Ravens, the Falcons twice, and the Chiefs. All good offenses. Facts. Which is exactly why the 49ers boast. This season, the Niners have allowed the 8th fewest fantasy points per game to defenses. There you go. Ravens defense, sit them against the Bengals. I wouldn't have. Ain't no way.
Well, they did give up total yardage, 470 yards, 421 passing, 49 rushing. So I don't know how that works as far as points in that aspect.
Those numbers need to be known. Yeah, those numbers need to be known.
Yeah, I would have sat them probably in the first half because Baltimore is just atrocious in the first half. Second half, they just lit up.
So that's why they said to sit them, because they didn't expect the comeback that they had probably. And it's a lot of negative points when the other team gets up on you like that, because it shows defense isn't doing anything, but they did come back on them. Cowboys defense, sit them against the Eagles. The defense hasn't impressed anybody this season for Dallas.
No.
At all. I can't even say nothing.
Dallas is a mess with it.
Dallas is a mess. Ladies and gentlemen, those are your defense recommendations. Week 10, 2024 season, of course.
So I just want to.
I am done. Go, Mike, go.
So he asked me a question, and I wanted to make sure I knew what I was talking about.
Sure.
So fantasy football, for each sack you get 1 point.
Okay.
For every turnover, you get 2 points.
Depends on your league. That's the league settings. People can set the league to make the points matter.
Right. I'm just doing general.
Yes.
I'm just doing general here.
Yes.
Defensive touchdowns, you get 6 points.
Mm-hmm.
Special teams, if you get a return, like a punt return, you get 6 points for that.
Yes. Touchdown points. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then you get so many points. So let's say you gave up no points in the whole game, you would get 10 points.
Mm-hmm.
If you give up 1 to 6 points, you get 7 points, and it just progressively goes lower. And once you get past 14 points, it's not very good.
Mm-hmm. And people, the new folks need to know that. The people who don't understand need to know that. So I appreciate it.
You also get negative points if it's over 35.
Mm-hmm.
and you get negative points if it's between 28 and 34. This is all stuff I didn't know. I just looked it up.
Looked it up. Cool. Rich, did you cover everything you wanted to cover?
Yeah, pretty much for the most part. Yeah, they're just the games there.
You want to talk about the Jets at all?
We're going to get there. Hang on. I'll make sure Rich is done. I know how you do. Rich, are you good?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I just I'm just looking at. I think this. I'm only keying in on a couple games. Buffalo, of course, and but the blowout. Los Angeles is favored by 7.5 points over Tennessee.
We got a question in the chat. Rob Davis, appreciate you coming through. Star McLaurin, couple of London. Who's Atlanta playing today? Let me look at that.
What's that?
Who is Atlanta playing today?
Atlanta is playing New Orleans, so I'd probably start them.
I would start London.
London.
Rob, I appreciate you coming through. I don't want to tell you to not play Cup or McLaurin, but the fact that Atlanta's having such an excellent season, in my opinion, I'm going to take London.
They're only favored by 3.5 points, but I think Atlanta has more on the ball than New Orleans. New Orleans.
Yeah. Rob, I appreciate you coming through. Yeah, I'm going to say London myself. Rich, you were saying something. My apologies.
No, I'm just saying New Orleans is they're not. I think Atlanta's just going to light up New Orleans. I think because they're favored. New Orleans is having some problems unless they're not a top tier team this year. I feel.
Well, they got injury issues.
Exactly.
They started off good. They started off good.
Their record, they're 2-7. So I don't expect the teams that are 2-7 at this point in the game. I don't expect anything. They may break out or something like that. But for any of these teams, such as New Orleans, they got to win almost every game going to the end to make to the playoffs.
Do you remember when the Giants won the Super Bowl against the Patriots?
Yes.
They were 7 in the hole and came back.
Exactly. That's an exception. I'll say that. I remember that.
Always tell
I was overseas in the Air Force, and I made some money on that Super Bowl.
I was in Panama City talking junk, and I can't stand the Giants, but I hate the Patriots more. We was doing the can all in that bad boy.
Rich, can we talk about the top 10 quarterbacks?
Top 10 quarterbacks. Who do you got?
We got time, Mike. You want to do top 10 quarterbacks? You wanted to do Jets? Go for it.
Okay, so here we go. I thought we'd start at number 10.
Go.
Who do you think number 10 is out of all the quarterbacks in the league this year, according to Grok?
Oh, you're going AI.
Number 10.
Okay,
I'm gonna say Matt Stafford.
You're close. He's number 9. Well done. Number 10, Aaron Rodgers. Even at 40 years old, he is still throwing passes that defy physics and expectations. Okay. Number 9 is Matthew Stafford. You're right. Number 8 is C.J. Stroud. Number 7, this shocks me, Brock Purdy. Number 6, even with all of his problems, Dak Prescott. Number 5, Justin Herbert, who's had an incredible year this year, and which I did not.
I was going to say Justin Herbert was in there somewhere.
Joe Burrow. Number 4.
Yeah, he's still
number
moving.
3, one of the messiahs, and one of the few things that Rich and I agree with. Josh Allen.
And number 3. He's always been in the in the top 3.
Number 2, Lamar Jackson, and number 1 with a bullet, limping his way to the Super Bowl, maybe a 3-peat.
Patrick Mahomes, yeah.
I think Lamar Jackson should be number 1 though, over Mahomes. I think he's better.
Right,
but he's not proven playoff, buddy.
Patrick Mahomes undefeated. Lamar Jackson.
Right. Now, is that list? Are you taking the list overall or I'm just looking at the top?
Here is a quick rundown of quarterbacks currently lighting up the field with an outside perspective on humanity's obsession with this. Yeah, these generals. Go ahead. I'm not making it up. I'm just reading it.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, Jesus. That's all the quarterbacks in the NFL, Rich.
Yeah.
Those are the top 10 in the NFL, and I'm good with that list, honestly.
Not just for this season. You're talking about all overall.
Overall. Season. But it's overall.
Overall, I think when Grok does this, it's a perspective of a whole bunch of articles.
Okay. If it's overall, I can agree. Mahomes being number 1 because he's got Super Bowls and stuff under his belt over Lamar Jackson. So yes.
Like what they do is they take about 50 articles, take the information from it, decipher it, and this is what you get. And I love it because we get
It's
perspective.
cumulative of all information. That is the truth. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. What else you
I
got?
love that you knew Matthew Stafford was number 9, though. I thought that was good.
That was impressive, yeah.
I was going to put him number 10, but the others, you had something about the Jets you wanted to discuss.
I'm thinking, and not to stir the pot or to get people upset, but I really believe there's a good chance that Aaron Rodgers, with the new pieces that he has, he will do better than you think. I think they'll make it to the playoffs. I said this last week, but I don't think they're going to make it past the first game in the playoffs. I don't think they have that kind of depth. I don't.
I'll disagree with you. I'll disagree. I
Yeah.
think they can still make it to the playoffs right now. Like I said, loss number 9 is going to be that's going to seal the deal. He also has a trend of not having the best season, but making it to and through the playoffs.
Yeah.
He did it a lot in Green Bay. We didn't know how the hell he made it to, and that's why I said I'm gonna stop hating on Green Bay because of this system. Aaron Rodgers with their QB, he has made some good plays, but he has also been pissed every bad play. It's almost like he's doing too much. But
he's not a nice. He's not a nice teammate. He just isn't.
I've heard. I've seen.
So here we go, and we're doing it again, and this is through Grok. So logically, we're gonna do the top. It looks like 12. So here's who they have at the bottom of the list: James Cook, who has been
top 12. What top 12? What?
I think it's 12. I can't count all the numbers.
What position, Mike? What position?
Running backs, buddy.
Thank you. That's what we didn't know. Go.
Okay. James Cook is at the bottom of this list. Then a guy named Alvin Kamara. I've heard of him before.
Number 11.
No, he might be number 11. It might be even higher than I can't because I can't count the numbers. Bijan is next after that. Saquon is the guy that did the hurtling backwards. I think he's better than that where they've got him. Jonathan Taylor the other day looked on fire. Derrick Henry, who I believe has been the best.
Should be the best.
Should be the best.
Should be the best.
Kyron Williams, who has been on fire. I agree. Breece Hall.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Nick Chubb. Huh?
Yeah, Glick talks about him all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Christian McCaffrey, who has been gone most of the season.
They still got the best. They still got a lot of anticipation behind him. Chuba Hubbard, he's not on that list?
Nope.
Really?
Isn't that weird?
Javonte Williams wasn't on that list.
No. So what it does do is it gives you a random list, okay? So here's another person. Again, you know what I'm thinking it's doing? I think it's deciphering information from the last 3 years.
Deciphering, gotcha. DeAndre Swift isn't on that list.
No.
Tony Pollard
is number 9, but this is from a list from last year.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
And on that list.
You know what we haven't seen this year at all?
Running back wise?
Yeah. Travis Etienne.
Travis Etienne down in Jaguars.
Yeah. And I love Kenneth Walker, but he has been
Kenneth Walker the third, Seattle Seahawks. Yes.
He has been kind of inconsistent.
Yeah. Not big numbers, but just on a good system.
So
big numbers.
The other thing that's really terrifying, if you've seen the schedule, can you put the schedule up, if you don't mind, of Kansas City? They only have one opponent that is cringeworthy. It's just the Bills. Everybody else looks very beatable to me.
So they're very possible, but the Bills, that's going to be an important game for them.
Yeah.
They've been talking about that. So the Bills I think that's going to be a game that they're focusing in on.
If they beat the Bills, there's a good chance they could win every game.
Yes, that's true.
The rest of their season is not great. Do you have it in front of you there, guys? So you can.
No, I've seen it. They've been talking about that. The talking heads on the sports channels have been talking. That's the one game. I think Thursday night they were talking about the Chiefs' schedule and
so they had
everything else except for we're in week 10, so you got to go down a little bit.
Well, I'm looking at who they played.
Okay.
Well, they beat everybody, which is unbelievable. Tampa Bay was probably one of the closer games, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
And then Buffalo coming up. But after that, Panthers, yes.
Chargers might give them a run.
They'll give them a run, but I don't think they can beat them. I don't think
The
Cleveland.
Browns are going to give them a run too.
I don't think Cleveland will beat them, and I don't think Houston will beat them. Maybe Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, possibly.
Pittsburgh might.
And then Denver at the end of that's a divisional. The Denver, Kansas City. That's their rival right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there it is.
Interesting though, eh? Like it's not. Yeah. There's no reason that they can't be at least 14, 15 wins.
They can run the table. I see it.
Did you know they've won the last 14 games in a row?
You said that.
Since last year, they've
won.
That
includes the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
14 games in a row they've won. That's crazy. And they
were a
suck fest last year at the beginning.
Yeah. If they run a table, it'll be a new record. Because the record's 22-0.
Right.
Going through a couple seasons. So they hit game 23, that's going to be it.
So I don't know much about the trade deadlines and stuff. Could they still trade for Tyreek Hill? Is that a possibility or is that done?
I'm not going to act like I know that entirely. I don't know.
No, but are you allowed to trade right now? Is trading done? I know they have the trade deadline. That's what I don't know.
Anybody in the chat, anybody watching, is a trade deadline passed?
It is. I know it's passed. I know it's passed.
I thought it was still open.
How does that work? I don't know enough about that.
Same here.
They keep moving and switching everything around all the time, so I'm not going to act like I do.
Okay.
They're getting fined for doing stuff on the side, so I can't give you a definitive answer. I've been seeing and hearing it.
Okay, guys, we're 4 minutes away. We did it. Do you want to?
We did. I appreciate it, both of y'all. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. I'm just trying to see if any new updates are popping up because I got ESPN on. But gentlemen, I appreciate it.
There is a good chance, though. What do you think with KC that they could?
Like
if they get past Buffalo,
they got to get past Baltimore.
Well, the one thing
do they play Buffalo? Baltimore.
They played Buffalo at the beginning of the season and they beat them. But I got Buffalo going to the Super Bowl.
Oh, Buffalo now. Ooh.
For the AFC. That's my preseason. Lions, Ravens, Super Bowl.
Yeah, I agree.
That's my preseason pick. So they get past the Ravens again. Because once it gets to the postseason, they got to play Baltimore. That's the game I'm going to be focused on. If they beat Baltimore, I'll give them their credit. Because I don't see nobody else in the AFC beating them.
There's not many top-tier teams, though.
Buddy. Cincinnati will go at them. They will.
Yeah. How many wins they got, though, now?
I'm just saying, Cincinnati, Joe Burrow looks like he's back.
Yeah, I know he looks like they're back, but they got to win games.
They feel in themselves. So it's Baltimore and Cincinnati. That's going to be their obstacle. Buffalo coming in after that. So we got to see what happens.
Fireman Rich, how do you think Buffalo's going to do? Just so
I got them going to them in Detroit right now. If not, it'll be Detroit and Baltimore. Those are my Super Bowl picks. But in the playoffs, seeing that you mentioned about Gronk, I put the question in: are the New York Jets a good enough football team to make it to the 2024 NFL playoffs?
No.
Current standing is the Jets are currently 3-6, which places them outside the playoff picture. However, the NFL season is long, and teams can turn their fortunes around with a strong finish. Given the talent on the team, particularly on defense and potential with Rodgers, I don't think there's potential. I think he's just an average quarterback at this point to elevate the team. He does have leadership and experience. There's still possible for improvement. However, they would need to address their offensive issues, especially the play calling and execution, which I've seen that with Rodgers, where the coach is trying to do a timeout and he just goes ahead and does a play. But he was successful in the play. But to make a significant impact on the remainder of the season. So at this point where the Jets are sitting, they're sitting 3-6. They got to run the table on all the games, and I don't see that with the personnel they have on the team. But that's according to Grok. So I just wanted to bring. I'm starting to use Grok. I think it's pretty interesting stuff.
Gotcha, gentlemen. I'm good if you're good.
I'm really good.
And in fourth quarter, with 12 minutes left, it's still Carolina 17, New York Giants 7.
Sharper Hubbard got a touchdown not too long ago. Mike, I appreciate you coming through. Rich, I appreciate you coming through. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael George Bathurst, hashtag shout MGB. Man, I appreciate you being here. Rich, you already know, fellow veteran, all that good stuff. My man, 50 grand. Thank you, both gentlemen. Rob Davis, thank you for coming through. Dejan, appreciate you, cuz. Sasha, thank you for coming through. Untamed Music, thank you for coming through. Sadie, thank you for coming through. Jonesy, appreciate you, man. Cam, appreciate you. Tina, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Everybody. 26
Kings.
eyes. We are just meeting noon Eastern Standard Time. You got an hour before the game. Check your rosters, check your waivers, check your alerts, all of that. Probably catch you all later on tonight. Tomorrow is Veterans Day. I might do a broadcast. Salute to all my fellow veterans, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and Space Force. One love,
Space
y'all.
Force.